Hey, what's up guys, Patrick, and this Voyage to Virtus episode 5, this series where I'm going for full Virtus. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the previous episodes first, or if you're just looking for another episode in general, all the appropriate links will be in the description. So in this episode, I went to Zami. I came here in episode 1 as well, but that was mainly to get the last War Priest item that I needed, and unfortunately during that trip, that was the only good item that I got. I also explained in that episode how I'm cursed when it comes to getting drops of Zami. Before this video, I've only ever gotten one Zami spear, one Zami hilt, and a few subjugation pieces, but for some reason there were always subjugation boots, which are only 1.5 mil right now, and even in the past they weren't worth much more than that. I guess I should be glad I never got the shield though, because that's only about 200k. I was even saying last episode when I got 2 Bandos War Shields how bad all the shields from God Wars are because they're cheap and no one uses them. It was actually pretty awesome that one time I got the Zami spear though. I didn't even play as a boss. I got a daily challenge telling me to go kill a God Wars boss. Literally just one God Wars boss. Like, how stupid is that? I decided to make a 1-hour trip out of it. 15 or so minutes in, I got the spear. And it came as a huge shock to me when I price checked it because it was like 6 mil. This was shortly after ELC came out, and it crashed really hard in the beginning because the only reason people used it before was for Corporal Beast and I think Water Fiends. But after ELC, they didn't think it would be as good, so it crashed. Then after a while, people found out that for some reason it's still good to use at Corp. It skyrocketed again, and now it's like stabilized at 2 mil. But yeah, initially I sold it for 6. As you guys saw, I got a Zami Spear this trip as well, which is the first good drop I've gotten here in a while. And if you look at my kill count, I had 0 kill count at the beginning of that recording, so I got down the very first kill. However, I wouldn't say the curse is broken. I was here for a total of like 3 hours and I didn't get anything else. Also, if you take into consideration my terrible luck at Bandos last episode, not to say I didn't make any more money though, you could still make something off Zami even without any drops, especially if you have a yak. You could send all the Infernal Ashes to the bank. The Wines of Zamorak add up pretty nicely because they're noted. They also drop Lanternine Seeds, which are worth quite a bit. So I still made a decent amount of cash, but I was still pretty annoyed that I didn't get anything else, so I went to Queen Black Dragon for like half an hour since that's consistent cash. I actually do this a lot whenever I get annoyed at the drops I'm getting. I go to QED because it's consistent cash, it's a short walk, it's easy to bank, and there's no kill count. God Wars, of course, is the opposite of all those things, and I don't really like to go back there after I just had hours of bad luck. I got luckier at QB this time too. The first item I picked up was a Royal Sight, which is worth about 350k. It's a unique drop, but it's not that special because it's not worth that much, and I'm sure you guys have already seen a ton of these. The next drop I got was pretty awesome though. I got a Visage, which is about 1.2 mil. Well, actually, it's kind of awesome. It's kind of sad to see at the same time, because the first time I've ever gotten a Visage was when they were 32 mil. That was so long ago. It was probably like 2007 or something like that. Although I'm surprised to see how stable these things are. They're dropping, but it's dropping very slowly. I expected them to drop a lot faster. Can you imagine though, we're eventually going to reach a point where we can high alch Visages. I am so glad I already had 85 plus Herblore when ELC came out, because I would be forced to use a Dragonfire shield to fight dragons. And how long has it been? About a year and a half since ELC came out? I still don't know how to properly use shield abilities. I always use dual wield and two-handed weapons, not quite a fan of shields. Alright, let's move on to price check. So if you add the 73.9 mil of loot, I have my price checker. With the 9.8 mil of coins, I have my money pouch. I have a total of 83.7 mil. Subtract the 73.5 mil from last episode, and that means I made 10.2 mil this episode. I can buy the entire set of armor now, by the way, but of course I won the wand in book 2. The crazy part is, I don't even think 83.7 mil is enough to buy the wand yet, so there's still quite a long way to go with this series. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, remember to like, favorite, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.